Okay, we have more details on this. You got demonstrations down the street. Somebody's on his own property with a gun strapped to his leg, may end up being a provocateur. Their favorite thing to do, though, is find meth heads, drug addicts, get them at a bar to, hey, we ought to go after the president. Yeah, sounds good, more drinks. And months later in court, the cases always get dropped, and it comes out it was staged. Same thing's happening with these Muslim terrorists, white Al-Qaeda. The same thing happened with the black Al-Qaeda in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Florida, Michigan. Case after case, they do this where they just provocateur somebody to shoot their mouths off and then bust them. Now, the same reporters on MSNBC are saying if you say the word socialism, that's racist. You're not allowed to say that now, just like our YouTube videos are getting banned for having this Obama socialist poster. Not allowed to talk bad about him, to lampoon the president. Any other president you can't them. And it's racial politics. And a lot of these reporters, I notice they're even always making sure it's black reporters that say it's racist. And I think that's so whites get insulted and do become racist. It's really meant to get tension and fighting going on. It's very, very clear this is divide and conquer or tribal warfare, the great game, balkanization. That's how the British controlled India, where you'd have one Brit for every 1,000 Indians in some areas one Brit for every 100. And Gandhi had to go around for 20 years, as I said yesterday, just getting the people to come together against the offshore empire. We have to first identify that an offshore empire of private banks dominates America. And so did you suddenly notice when Obama got elected? I mean, I don't care if it's a white, black, Chinese, Mexican, Asian, doesn't matter. It could be somebody with green skin for all I care, as long as they care about freedom, these reporters. But suddenly, like half the reporters are black now, and there's some psyop going on there. So that it's very strange. Something's going on there. Why is 13% of the population represented on some of these shows as half? It's like an over-representation. It's like meant to make a backlash. And I've been noticing TV ads for the Shriners and ads for Coca-Cola and ads for, because I'm watching more TV these days to analyze this. It'll just show people saying mean things like, I'm Justin Timberlake and I want to help burn victims. Shut up, you stupid young punk. John Elway says, and then he looks at him and says, shut up, old man, you filth. And it's like all to get us all fighting with each other. I'm seeing that in almost every ad now. Like, they're trained, they know we're angry, so they want to turn us against each other. This is a psyop, folks. This is conditioning. Now, I'm going to go to your calls for this hour, the next, and into the fourth. Matthew, Shane, Chris, Keith, and others. But details on this, protesters seen with gun outside Obama Town Hall. Now, every day I see articles where they arrest people at their home because a neighbor sees them walking in with a rifle. And the cops say they had 2 guns and 50 rounds. That's an arsenal. There's no law, but we're arresting him and charging him, and he's going to prison. President Obama traveled to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Tuesday for what could be a rowdy town hall-style meeting at the time when some foes of the healthcare overhaul have shouted down lawmakers holding similar events around the country. You mean like Spectre gives out the cards randomly to 30 people on TV and 29 are against it, and an old man gets up and said, I came here to tell you I don't want this, so a thug jumps up and grabs him, and, or the father with the kid in the wheelchair that had people come to his house and threaten to kill him because he dare stand up. This is Chicago Mafia tactics nationwide. And if we bend over and get pimped and get punked and become whores on the Mac Daddy's chain, it's over, folks. I'm not getting in the pimp's hoopty. It's over. I'm not going along with David Rockefeller and his pimp game. Obama's just an enforcer for the New World Order. The following live videos from MSNBC. Earlier, MSNBC, Ron Allen reports that cameras filmed a protester with a handgun strapped to his leg before the meeting before Obama arrived. This is down the street. The man was seen carrying a sign saying, it's time to water the Tree of Liberty. The man's Tree of Liberty, by the way, I have a shirt that says that on the back, our Gadsden flag shirt. Let's put it up on screen. The sign is reference to Thomas Jefferson, who said, the Tree of Liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Allen says Portsmouth police chief told him the man's gun is legal. See, because it is. The only gun laws in this country originally were against concealed. Because a criminal or a thug, you were to carry arms openly as the sign of a freeman. Only with treachery. So that's why they have a permit for a concealed carry. They trick you with a lawyer mind game to go, oh, carry your gun, get a permit for it concealed. Because they have to, under common law, give you a permit for something that is illegal, thus setting the precedent that all gun ownership is illegal. This is part of them. The law is actually a codified religion. And the court law school will actually teach you this. It's a Roman civil law that they're moving us onto off the Mosaic and off the Germanic Anglo-Saxon common law. Allen says that Portman's police told him the gun was legal because he's on private property. He is on the grounds of a nearby church. Police said his gun is registered and he can keep it on him as long as it is not concealed. So then the message is it's registered. You don't need to be registered there. The police are obviously keeping a close eye on this man, and I suspect he won't be there when the president arrives a few hours' time, Allen told viewers. So we're going to go over that, and the Secret Service towed away from the scene of the president's town hall, Portsmouth, for security reasons after a bomb-sniffing dog circled the vehicle several times. You know, the dog that's fat and gets a biscuit, and it'll, you know, I mean, the cops have been caught on video laughing. They got a dog that'll alert to a fire hydrant that it's marijuana. You know, they get flash out, and he always says there's pot, even if it's a truckload of nuns. Officials said Secret Service bomb had hit on the truck, but they did not say whether or not there was a specific threat. See, it's all color of law. So you're going to see more and more of this, and you're going to see people, this guy may not be a provocateur. That people are getting mad. They're saying they're ready for revolution. So, because the globalists are committing revolution against us. They're overthrowing our country, our Bill of Rights, our Constitution. But look for them to bust meth heads or thugs or some provocateurs or stage something. I'm telling you, it's everybody is waking up to the lies. Everybody knows everything Obama says is a lie. They hoped he wouldn't be a liar like Bush. They found out he is. Kurt Nimmo, we need more stories from you and Watson's and from Aaron that analyzing this play-by-play because it's now here. The people know they're under tyranny. They're waking up. Ron Paul's done his job. We've done our job. Many others have done their job, but I really don't want this to get violent because if we can keep it peaceful, we're going to beat them. Violence is only on the side of the establishment. Though I will tell you, if more people start walking around with guns on their side, it may just completely intimidate the bankers, and they may shut down for a few years again. I don't know. 6 one way, half a dozen the other. Regardless, I got chills from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. Kurt Nimmo, writer for Infowars.com, the webmaster, the main editor for Infowars.com. Are you getting the same chills?
Yeah, definitely. You covered this pretty well. I'm not sure if this is a psyop or just a concerned citizen going out there and expressing his constitutional rights. Regardless, MSNBC, which is totally opposed to any kind of debate in the healthcare or Obamacare debate, is exploiting this news story big time.
I have to say, MSNBC is worse than CNN. It is, every show I see, they say, any criticism of Obama is racism now. Now, remember, Newsweek had the headline, we're all socialists now. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, you're not, they're taking our videos down, Kurt. We're not allowed to call them socialist.
Well, of course not, because they want to dominate the discussion, and they've got the corporate media in their pocket.
But there's no doubt now that they want to restrict free speech. The hate crime bill that passed the House, we've read the subsections on air, it says that if you say anything and that someone for 7 years ever acts on it, then you federal felony. They have the Cyberbullying Act that says if you hurt someone's feelings, you go to prison. I mean, these people really mean to take over our government. I mean, have you seen the sections of the bill where CPS will visit all parents and all old people, all seniors must go visit elder CPS and be enrolled? Well, I mean, this is total takeover. The carbon bill that passed the House says you get yearly carbon inspections. I mean, we're going to have these scumbag, filthy bureaucrats literally urinating all over us and sucking off of us.